Hey, 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 hey! Good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you are watching this show.
I don't think you're quite prepared for how many hairs I'm going to or not going to do now on a bi-weekly basis.
On a bi-weekly basis, is that what it is?
Yes.
Right, so how are you guys? We hope you guys have been absolutely fantastic.
You know what I think we should do?
What's that, buddy?
Is get Facebook and put Facebook in the naughty corner.
Yes, Facebook is officially going to the naughty corner, after the problems that it's been causing us
All
with
our other streams are behaving.
But it's nice to see that people that have come over onto Facebook as well, that you guys managed to find our stream, and the people on Instagram have joined us over there as well. It's nice to see you there, and of course our wonderful guys on YouTube.
Yes, you had to wait. Home of YouTube had to wait. Instagram had to wait. They were there on time. They were broadcasting on time.
We really appreciate it that you guys were here on time, and we really appreciate you guys on Instagram. And it was just Facebook that was playing.
I think we're going to start.
Or Meta, as we should call it. Meta, yeah, the new name. It's Meta. Okay. Yeah. So what are we doing tonight, Dom?
The social media site, formerly known as Facebook.
Yes. What are we doing tonight, Dom?
We are doing quick link characters.
Quick link characters. That's right. We are doing indeed quick link characters.
I think it's faster with the link.
It's faster with the link. It's like a catchphrase.
It is like a catchphrase.
Yes.
That might catch on. I wonder
how
we could use that.
I don't know. We'll have
That's
to
our test to see if anybody's watching the show.
Right, okay.
Love the emojis in the chat.
Yeah, nice to see some emojis in the chat. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how it is indeed quicker with the link with our little friend over here, Mr. Q.
So this is as often is the case for what we do and what we sell is a range.
It is.
It's a price point. It's something that we can do fast, efficient, and it's got good bang for the buck.
Fast, efficient, and then festive.
Fun,
fast, efficient, functional, and sellable, which is of course important.
Exactly. So it's something that we can easily change for the theme at hand, and that can be done for so many different styles. And we've got lots of characters that we can bring into this as well. And there's a few variants on it, and we know out there that people have done these in certain different ways, and there's lots of subtle versions of this. And this is not us saying this is exactly how you should do it. All we're suggesting is whichever version you implement, that's the kind of one that you want to sell. So you've got that consistency in your own work going out there.
So what we're going to do is, without further ado, because we are a little bit behind already, what we're going to do is we're going to take the head off Mr. Q, and we'll actually have a little look and see about some balloons that we're going to use.
Hey, Cam in the chat.
We also need an inflation equipment, and for this we're going to use the good old Qualatex hand inflator, and also, what else we're going to use, Dom?
On your side. Did I pass it to you?
Oh, no, it's down here.
Or did I put it down?
The premium smart twist.
With the attached cutter, because Keith's
I'm lost without it. I'm lost
without the pram, because last time I brought it onto set, it didn't have the cutter on.
Yeah.
And I never heard the end of that for a whole day.
Yeah. If it's there, why not? You know,
but it wasn't there, so that's why not.
It should be. It should be. That's the thing.
Because I took it off to put it in the bag.
It's not my bag, baby.
It was in the bag.
It was.
But hey ho.
So, right, we're gonna fly through and actually make a little thing.
Never fly through it.
No, we are. We're gonna fly through this one.
Word disassociation. We're gonna fly. Words that don't go together.
We're gonna fly through.
We're
gonna start with the hand inflator.
Go on then.
And we're gonna
I'm gonna move him.
No, I'm gonna need that because I need.
You want airy to work. I'm gonna pass you.
Oh, I need air for work. There's the
my
air.
eye.
Got a dry eye.
You know, I want what? Why?
Right. What can I have? 4 5-inch green balloons, please.
You can have one.
One. It's like Sesame Street.
You better put a note in here. 3. So do you have to buy a new Mr. Q every time you do this design?
No, it is because for our new designs, we're going to start putting all of our Qualatex balloons inside Mr. Q as a handy ball to work out of, because we think he's cute, and he hasn't been around since our first set when he used to sit up on the shelf in the background. Where did he come back from?
He came back from World Balloon Convention.
Which one?
One of them.
I don't think it was San Diego. I think it was one before San Diego.
It was.
Which was?
Come on, guys, in the chat. What was the World Balloon Convention before San Diego? I know.
On a postcard. Actually, I've just remembered which one it was, and I also now understand why I'd forgotten because of where it was. So, right, what we're going to do is we're going to inflate a set of 4 5-inch greens to approximately 4 inches, which, if you know, on the hand pump is equivalent to approximately 3 strokes.
And as we always say with the recipes, we don't say exactly a size. Work within the tools that you've got. If it's the hand pump, do it as 3 strokes, brilliant. If it's with a sliding size, then by all means, select 4 inches. If it's with digital, get something that's pretty close. But if there's an easier number to remember that's close to the 4-inch, yes, Cam, how could he forget?
Brendan's already said on the chat on Facebook exactly where it was.
New Orleans, baby.
New Orleans was Louisiana.
What a great event.
It was a fantastic event. It was. First time ever been there. It was brilliant.
About all of the events.
Turn that into a cluster of 4.
Sorry, I just had a surreal moment remembering how Nick managed to sweet talk us and Mr. Q onto that passage steamer.
The paddle steamer on the Mississippi.
You can see the captain's face like, huh?
Yeah.
You want to do what?
Anyway. So there was myself and Dominic, which were in our Union Jack suits, plus Mr. Q walking down the middle of the boulevards across Louisiana, and then
only place you could ever do that and not get
Bourbon Street. We worked. Yes, and we fit it in. Right? Can I have 4 spring greens, please? 5-inch again.
Okay, size is not important. I'll give you
5-inch. 1. Right, we're going to size these to 3.5 inches. So on the stroke count, that's going to be 2 strokes. Hello, Renata. It's nice to see you there. 1, 2.
I'm like the balloon quartermaster.
Yes.
And I shall document this onto the actual side of the job cost form. If you don't know what we're on about, check out our video.
Yeah.
It's all about the price.
That's not the question. That's not the name.
I didn't say that was the title. I just said that it was
all about... How much would you charge for that?
That's exactly what the name is. Yes, just another day in New Orleans.
It was just another day in New Orleans.
Right, Cal.
It was funny. So we're going to... so we've got our 2 clusters like this. Our size to 4 inches and size to 3.5 inches. I'm going to take a neck from underneath, put that on, and just do that figure of 8, wrap around into there, and get that into the base. I could do with a little sand weight. Dom, if we've got a little sand weight.
That I've got. The magic
what have you got on your magic Mr. Q pot? So
I like this jar.
The sand weight. Actually, I need a quick link. White.
I was ready.
Please.
Ta-da.
And this one is going to be sized to 7 inches, which is how many strokes on a hand? I don't know. So we're going to use the very best size and box right here.
I knew he was lost with that. I should have wrote it down. You can do size with stroke count.
Of course, remember it. I think it's 14. But...
And actually, for this particular design, having that stroke count noted down is pretty good because it means you don't have to go to another piece of equipment. You don't have to grab the sizing box. You could be totally dependent.
The quick link weight. I think it's 14. I want to double check.
On the sizing box and your hand pump. Don't recommend it for doing quick link walls though. I would stick to, proper equipment and sizing boxes.
Hey, you know what?
Close.
That's close. Yeah, that would have been absolutely fine. Can you hold that one?
No.
Please hold that one. Oh, right.
It's not my first rodeo.
So what we're going to do is we're going to tie the sand weight onto the end of the quick link.
He is.
Who is what?
What's that?
Oh, I am. All right, okay. So it's tied on loosely to the end, like this. We're going to pull that through underneath.
Beautiful job.
Thank you. And where we've gone in between.
What have you done there, Keith? You've made your life easier.
Yes.
That's what you've done.
Yes, because we haven't tied that into that, then that into that.
Yeah, a lot of people tie that directly into that layer.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. And they tie the sand weight directly into that layer. Nothing wrong with that. But you're doing kind of, 2 different steps. That's one step. And actually, it's a little bit more... I don't know. It looks after the balloons a bit more because you're not having to force it in and tie it into there. It's being pulled through to the
straight
side.
in, and then just lock the 2 balloons to cross them over, locks it in place, right?
We like that.
Then what we're going to do is to protect the tip of this quick link. I'm going to pull the air out, and I'm going to tie that off also, so that we have the tying point on the top of that 12-inch quick link.
That's a step that's often missed.
Yes.
However, if as you're tying it, you manage to get a little friction burn in there or something, because you've zoned it off, you've protected that, that means it's all right if you're a little bit rough with this by accident, because you're going to protect the air that's in here.
Absolutely. Right, okay, I could do with now, I think, can I have a couple of one 5-inch Onyx Black and one 5-inch white, please?
But you need 4 balloons for this layer, Keith.
Well, we're going to do the magic of taking 2 balloons and turning them into 4. What we're going to do is we're going to do, first of all, I'll just do a single stroke, which is approximately 3 inches on that one, and do the same on the white.
I like this technique for this particular style of design because it gets that colour consistency rather than because you could do this with 4 balloons, you really could, but because they'll be very underinflated, you don't get the stretch on the balloon, so the colours are very different.
There's a question in chat about how did I fill the balloon with sand? If you actually have a look on our How Do I playlists on the Q Corner channel on YouTube, there's how to make sand weights, and it's the best video for you to show exactly how to do that.
It's the best video and just leave it there.
It is the best video.
Done. That's it. The best video we've
demonstrated how to make a sand weight on there was clearly genius level. That's all I'm
it kept him occupied.
Right, anyway.
And out the way.
I was playing in the sandpit. So we have our 5-inch white in there, and I'm going to twist that in half.
Very important here, you've got that knot, the nozzle, pointing up over,
in the middle.
That lands in the middle of that twist.
Yeah. So it's just twist it in the middle and then twisting it round and trying to keep those two sides, as even as possible. So
if you're doing this and you find it's going wrong because you're seeing the knot still, it's because you've done it to the side and not to the top before you twisted it.
And then what we've done is we've twisted that into a cluster of 4 balloons.
Now these create not a perfectly round balloon, but that's fine. It works with the design that we're doing. But just make sure that you've got them all normally pointing up over, because it's the more natural position for them to sit into. You can get them to go sideways, but normally you need a bit more pressure for them to sit in that position.
And then we've got somebody's watching this from the hospital bed. We
are you all right?
Okay. We really do hope you're okay.
Was it a sand weight disaster?
Sending all our love.
The video.
Yeah. Okay.
Q Corner hugs to you.
We have a cow.
These for us, we sell a lot of them.
They're a good mover. Okay. Anyway, right. We'll keep going. You say, right? So what we're going to do, we amuse ourselves. If nobody else, we amuse ourselves. We've got nobody watching anymore. We're going to take our cluster of 5-inch balloons and we're going to push it right into the neck of our 14-inch cow foil, the contented cow.
Yes.
Quite happy with themselves.
Happy cow. Thanks, cow. We appreciate the pity emojis.
And you want to pull it in there as tight as it can get, really, so that it's nice and solid. So
this is just to point this one out, is because when we join the head to the body on lots of our designs, we'll often tie the head and the body together, then bring the cluster between it to add that little bit of extra pressure to give it a good mechanical fit. However, when you have the 5-inch twisted like this, that is quite a tight connection. Yes. And
welcome, Pasha Balloons, to our memberships. Thank you very much. We really appreciate our member starts. We're not doing this every time somebody does this. Tony says, come on, get a move on.
Love it, Tony, thank you. Yes, Keith, we are doing the trumpets every time someone becomes a rock star.
We're not doing the trumpets every time somebody becomes a rock star.
Right, guys, prove me wrong. Okay? I've got a button that says trumpets, and I'm prepared to use it anytime someone joins as a rock star.
We've got to get on with this. Right, okay. So, utterly wonderful, says Big
nice.
Miller. I like that. Is there any more cow jokes?
I think we're out now.
Right, okay, so I'm pulling up the, where we've already tied off the end of the quick link, and I'm just pulling that in, and I'm wrapping that into a figure of 8 under there, so that it goes.
If we missed any steps, it was the joke.
I blame Dom.
I'm all right with that.
Okay. And then, can I have a 160Q Onyx Black, please?
I can do that.
Thank you. And I'm going to use my premium Smart Inflate.
Oh, wow.
My premium...
available from all good
Smart
distributors.
Twist, sorry. Here we go.
I think we should do the trumpets every time you use that machine, because that's how it means to me.
Can I have an Onyx Black, Dom?
Oh, you didn't say you wanted Onyx Black.
I did say,
this
can
is
I
the
have
roller
a
coaster
160Q Onyx Black? And I'm guessing that when... Oh, here we go. Right, there we go. Onyx Black 160Q. Okay. 160Q.
Love it.
We're not milking it.
Nice.
We're milking it. Very good. Very good. Okay. Can I have?
We still don't get the trumpet to do another rockstar though.
5-inch white. I need 2 of them, please.
You can have. Yes, you can have 2 out of my Mr. Q cookie jar.
Thank you very much. You are very kind.
I like this.
Can you put that chocolate brown 160Q
I shall
back
store it
in
the
the 160
Q.
the 160Q Onyx black bag?
Does anyone else have that problem?
Okay. So we're inflating.
That wasn't a Qualatex problem, by the way. That was a Dom and Keith problem.
Yeah, it was. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to size this down to 2 inches on the very best size and box. And we shall tie this to the end of our 160Q. And I'm going to use my handy cutter on the end.
Good job, I'll put that on there for you.
Premium Smart Twist. I'm going to do a couple of pinch twists. So, small bubble. Twist that into a pinch twist.
Beautiful.
And then another small bubble. And do that into a pinch twist.
The stakes are high. Nice.
Thanks, Shelley.
That's good. I like that.
Yes.
That was, yeah. Thanks, Siri.
Siri's got nothing to do with it. Right, okay, so we'll just size off an arm. We'll twist that. I'm going to leave a little bit on for tying off. I'm going to get rid of the extra.
Yeah, you don't want to cut this too short because you do need a bit.
I do need that. You got it?
We'll salvage this and we'll retie it.
And then I'll tie that there.
You can do that on your own. However, on air, it's not great.
No. And then I need to do, again, a 5-inch size to 2 inches.
When you are salvaging a 160Q like this, it is better to try and keep it inflated, because if you let the air out, then re-inflate it, it does go a bit of a different size. So if that does happen, warm the balloon back up again, and then it will reset it, and then you'll get it the same size again. However, this particular design, we cost in 2 separate 160Qs in case we do need to use it, in case we don't salvage it, in case whoever's making it doesn't manage to do that and they need to use 2.
Hello, I'm going to say hello to Ash on Instagram. We don't have the chat up fully on Instagram. If you do want to join in the chat properly, it's best to go over onto YouTube, which is youtube.com/QCornerShow.
All the cool balloonists are there.
Yeah, it's
and
just
Tony.
We get the chat up there rather than on a little tiny screen, and it makes it a lot easier to follow on that side. Okay, so I'm going to size this to the same, twist that off.
If you're struggling on size for what length to do them on for different characters, look at the proportion of the design that you're doing, because quite often you'll see, you know, an animal like this, and the arms that have been added will go down below
tiny,
like the feet, or they're just like tiny
little ones or two, like Mr. Tickle all the way to the floor.
So look at the proportion of, you know, where do your arms go down the side of your body? You know, they only want to be going down to sort of midway. So just use that, your own design as the benchmark.
Miniature microphones. I just called.
You just need another microphone. Oh my goodness.
I love you.
I want it.
And then we'll do the arms.
No more cow jokes, though. We're out. That's it.
That was amusing.
Oh, just as I said it as well. Just as I said, no more. Shelley,
you should be very proud of yourself.
That's for your joke.
She also got to give a golden nugget on the end of her own joke.
Yeah.
So I've taken them around.
Praise where praise is due.
I've crossed them over and put it back in there so they are locked in for our little cow.
Yeah.
We
have obviously.
I need another 160Q, but this time going to have spring green.
You can have spring green. Spring green's easy. Heat sealed. This was already heat sealed.
Yes.
Great for prep work as well. That can be done well in advance. You know, you don't need to worry about how long they're going to be left. But there's a great article on the Very Best Balloon blog by Sue about the heat sealing process. So loads of information on there. If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google the Very Best Balloon blog and you shall find it. You can bookmark that. Loads of good stuff in there. At the right-hand side, about halfway down, there's a search bar, and put in heat sealer. You'll see all the articles, everything relating to it. Good search facility on that site.
Yep.
And just look through the article on there, because there's nothing that we can do it justice to that hasn't been covered fantastically already on there.
By the wonderful Sue.
I think she has got a link from there as well to a video on it as well, so that's going to give you everything. So if you've got questions about heat sealing, if you've got problems or you're just not confident, check out that article, because it is Really
it's a
good.
gold mine of information.
It is a gold mine. You're absolutely
so
right.
I've just made a couple of petals or leaves or whatever you want. They're rounded, but what I'm going to do is pull them all the way up there and give that a little bit of a twist to make it like this. There's a question: do we always high float these designs? Not on this size, no. I mean,
this is all air filled, so there's no helium in this whatsoever, and the latex shelf life for this is good enough for what we're selling it for.
Yeah. The first thing that's going to go is the 160Qs, right? But it's still going to be like a week or something.
Yeah.
What's the blog again? The blog is the very best balloon blog.
If you're struggling to find it, just put in the very best balloon blog in Google and even type Sue Bowler as well.
Yeah.
And that'll come on. It's something like the very best balloon blog spot or something, but it's just a long
Google
URL. So Google that. It's the easiest way to do it. Jason, for the how many seconds?
It depends really on the heat sealer that you're using.
Yeah, on your heat sealer, your electricity, and I would recommend read the blog because that's going to give you all the tools to be able to fix that and answer that for yourself, rather than us just saying that's what ours is. Because I can almost guarantee with our electricity supply versus your electricity supply in the machines, it's not going to be the same. So check out the blog and that will give you everything you need.
Yes, so this is the smaller version, which is the based on the 14-inch heads. Yes. But there are larger heads available. So I'm going to put that over here because we can run through our... Can we go to the...
What would you like?
I want to go to the other one so they can see how to make the larger one.
You want to bring the video up ready?
Yeah. Whatever you
Why
fancy.
not?
Whatever you fancy.
Because that's kind of what I've got. Let me just get this. That's not what I want. Give me a second. I want this. So it's ready to go.
Yeah, and then we can go. Let's put us in the corner as well.
I'm going to go. I want to go there, and then I want this one, and then I want. Here we go.
There we go.
So, pause that there for a second.
Yeah, you can see all these little images that are coming up in the bottom right-hand corner.
Look at these. This is the family.
Yes, the whole family, the whole range. This is what we like to say when we do like the whole range. It's the efficiency of design. It's one design, in this case, two designs, because the smaller one and the bigger one. Yes. But you can use it for so many different and yet the same characters.
Yeah, it's also a very good one for multi-buy sales, this one as well.
Yeah.
The type of characters they work well as a family, so you can buy a small one and a large one. You can have multi-buys of the same large one. Mm-hmm. You can have multi-buys of a range of them. So you've got some jungle-themed characters, farmyard-themed characters, or whatever it may be. But they link together very well. So people tend to be quite happy to purchase multiples of these very easily, depending on the style of party that they've got as well. So really good little add-ons and an easy way to upsell. So pricing wise, check out the pricing video because we do talk about that a little bit. But if you've got good margins in there, these are really good designs to do that with as well. So
and Nasha's gaming channel, you can see that there's just below there, the Camwoody has just put the link directly to that blog for you. So
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, chat
thanks
ninjas.
for asking the question, and also thanks for sharing that for us, Cam.
Yes. So why don't we run through the build for the bigger one now?
And I think that Anasha's gaming channel is actually being run by Brenda. So if it is, hello, Brenda. It's good to see you on the channel. Right. Okay. So
the things you remember.
Yes.
Right.
Let's see this video. If you've got any questions, please chuck them on there. Ask away. So
this one's the elf.
Hold on a minute. How come I'm here? And I'm also there.
2 of you is not what we need.
It is. We need 3.
So this is scaled up. So this is where the 2 layers of 5-inch were done for the mini animal. We've got 11-inch now.
Yes.
So we've got the sizes that are on there, but it's 11-inch balloons for both layers, and then we've sized into 9 inches, then 7 inches. If you can't remember the sizes, watch the video back because we put them on screen as we go.
And if I'm going too fast, you can always, when you watch it back, remember you can watch this at half speed, quarter speed, or whatever.
Yes.
So yeah.
This is quick links now, and we've used 2 of them.
Yes.
So we've done this because
size to 9 inches.
A bit more height. However, you'll see a few different designs out there where there's different heights. You've got single ones and you've got tall ones, and sometimes it's depending on where it's going to be used.
Yeah.
And also, if you want it to be helium only, or no helium, or partial helium, you can change the stability by shortening or adding into that as well. So
yes.
We've now got a 5-inch layer there. Yep.
Size to 3.5 inches,
Oh,
which remember it's 2 strokes.
Very festive.
What am I making?
You can't remember. It's the elf.
Oh yeah, that was it.
The clue was at the beginning with the elf.
Oh yes.
And then the next
now
clue
there's the big clue. Yeah.
So this is partially.
I just didn't want to get ahead of myself.
Well done. Partially filled with helium. So we've added some helium in until it started floating. Then we filled the rest with air, and we've done that so it creates a character that's got stability and it's got that interactive element as well, because these are designed to be sold where children can kind of bounce them around the room a little bit as well. Now we can do this design all air filled.
Your nuts have to be really tight. If you're going to do it all air filled, your nuts do have to be really tight. It
does work, but if you're having issues with it not standing or it's a bit kind of leaning
we're actually going to show you a design in a little bit after this video.
A bit more forgiving, isn't it?
Which is using the larger head, but having it all air filled. A design by Cam as well. So
great job, Cam.
Great job, Cam.
So 2 layers here, put together just like the base.
Yes,
it's done off the design
same sizes
to make it easy.
As well.
It's exactly the same size
as the base that we did for the cow.
Heads joined to the quick link to make it easier. Then you're pulling those 2 layers through, and it adds a little bit of pressure between the head and the top of the body, and it creates a stronger mechanical join. And then you've done a switch over.
I know we keep looking over there. It's there as well.
I know, but I'll always
do that one.
Remember,
we're supposed to do that. We have a video just behind the camera so that we can keep looking this way.
I'm so used to this
I
one.
know. 260 size to 12 inches, which is 2 strokes and a hand pump again.
Again, it's approximate and also adaptive depending on your design. So if you're going to shorten that design down and only do 1 quick link for the body, shorten the arms as well. Otherwise, you'd be ending again like Mr. Tickle.
Now, we're tying the 5-inch balloon on and also doing the double pinch twist.
Couple ways to do this. You could put the pinch twist on first, then bring the 5-inch in. We find doing the 5-inch on first, then the pinch twist makes it easier for that pinch twist,
especially
the first one, and it gets them the same, more consistently the same size, the 2 pinch twists. And thirdly, it hides the extra bit of knot and latex better.
Yeah,
but if you want to do it the other way and you're happy with that, again, we're not here to tell you how to redo something if you're happy with the way you're doing it. So there's one arm. You didn't do the microphone trick. I don't know how you fought yourself.
Well, it's because what I was thinking in my head as this was going on was I was thinking back to when we made the unicorn, Lottie the unicorn, which is on a previous episode. We got some great feedback regarding the video and also
you gotta help himself
selling that particular design afterwards.
That's probably one of my favorite messages that we get into the Q Corner studio is when they've remade something and sold it.
Yeah.
Love that you make something. Love it. We can all go home and play and make things. But when you've gone out, made it and sold it,
made a profit. That's the whole idea, right?
That's my absolute favourite message when we see those.
We all love balloons. That's why we're in the industry.
That's a given.
But keeping us in the industry is the profit, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't be frightened of making a profit. We're all here at the end of the day if you want to have it as a business. And there we go, our little friendly Buddy the Elf.
Oh, I love him. I'm going to go back.
To what? What are you going back to?
I'm going back.
Ooh.
Just to
what?
There. There he is.
There he is, Buddy the Elf. And as you can see, as that's been going through, you can see there in the bottom right-hand corner, there's loads of the variants of the different sizes.
And
it's great across the Qualatex range.
Yeah, as always, if you want to mix up the colours a bit and change them around, that's absolutely fine. We're not here to say exactly how you do them. There are some versions out there, but we do try in our own business to keep them consistent.
Yes.
So if we do the lines with goldenrod,
yes.
So we'll always do with goldenrod because we like that. You could do them with yellow. Nothing wrong with that. But what?
But it'd be wrong.
But it'd be wrong. And if we catch you.
We'll come round there and we'll sort your colours out for you.
The only couple of things.
Just so you know as well, if you go back, that's got all the sizes on. That was just on there.
Let me see
Can you bring it up big style on there?
What do we want? Was it the lion?
Yeah, it's 2 before that. No, it's the tiger family. It's got the things on. It's got the sizes on. So you're saying there's a chance. There, pause it.
There we go.
And then
pause it.
Can you bring that one full screen for them?
I can.
Briefly, and then it means that if you want the sizes, what you can do is you can skip straight back to this part in the video, and
right here.
Here's all your sizes
So these sizes are the same for all of the designs.
Yes.
So that's one of the way that we create the consistency in that. The thing that we haven't covered, which is very minor, there's a couple of details that we add. So the pig, we add a tail on. So we take
the monkey,
a 260Q and do a curly Q for the tail. For the lion, we add a tail on, so we do a soft curl for that. So a soft curl we achieve by doing a fully inflated 260Q, and we just do a wrap around the arm.
Not while you're inflating it, after you've fully inflated it.
After you've inflated it, and just wrap it around, and it gives a nice soft curl. And then what you can also do is take a 6-inch heart and slightly underinflate it, and actually cut the nozzle off very neat, and then glue dot it on the inside of the lobe. So
you can do it on a 5-inch as well. You know, it's like you can go to the heart.
You can squeeze it out with 5-inch. Much like the light bulbs, you know, the festive light bulbs. You often see lots of designs too, where it's slightly distorted 5-inch.
Let's go us full screen for a moment there, Dom. Here we go. Because what we're also going to do is I'm going to take you over to another resource, which is really handy for you. And we find that when you're looking for a resource,
you can't go wrong with Qualatex.com.
Unlike
Heath's sentence that he did struggle to say, because there's so many words wanted to come out, but all he wanted to say was Qualatex.com.
And they're saying there, easy but amazing. Yes, thank you very much. Easy but amazing. That's exactly what we are.
It is, I know, and those balloons.
And the balloons are fantastic too. But
that's what's great about them, because for a retail, for a deliverable, especially for a decorator.
I mean, especially at the moment, right? Because jungle is massive.
It is.
But jungle, the safari theme is very big at the moment.
Safari,
so goody.
Sorry.
But it is. It's jungle theme is very popular at the moment. Safari themes are very popular at the moment. So why not have a full set of safari animals?
But we love it when Qualatex brings out a character style head, because they fit directly onto one of these designs. We just need to mix up the colours a bit to make it work with the design, and then we've got a good selling style of design already. We've just themed it up to something different, so but all people can use these. It's great.
So on Qualatex.com, I think we'll go on full screen, Dom, so then people can see what we're doing. It's absolutely, again, this is a gold mine of inspiration. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to click onto products.
This is one of the absolute great benefits of being a QBN, a Qualatex Balloon Network member. If you aren't a QBN member, or you're not tapping into the benefits, we highly recommend it. If you don't know what the Qualatex Balloon Network is, check out Qualatex.com. It has got all the information up there, so you can read that. And again, check out Sue's blog, the very best balloon blog, and look up the QBN CBA, and it'll tell you everything about it as well. Well worth it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to microfoil balloons, because I'm looking for a particular thing, and I know what I'm looking for, but I'm going to browse all microfoil balloons, and then I'm going to pick a theme on here. So the occasion is Christmas there. So I'm going to click on Christmas, because there's a design that we really like based around the red-nosed reindeer here, this 35-inch red-nosed reindeer that we have. If I click on that, for that head, we have the head itself, but on the related inspiration. Now, if you haven't really used the Qualatex.com page, you need to know that this related inspiration button is a magical portal. What it does is, if I click this onto here, it shows me if there's any designs that are using this particular foil on Qualatex's website. And we have this Shine Bright here. And if I click on this, it'll take us over there by Cam Woody there to Shine Bright.
Great job, Cam.
Great job. And this is completely air-filled using the 35-inch head and using one quick link and 11-inch mocha on the base. Now, because we are logged in as QBN members, this allows us to click and download the image itself and also the instruction sheet to do that. So we're not going to spoil that. You're going to have to be a QBN member if you want to. But there's tons of things through here. If I go back a little bit, and I go to where
we've got the snowman head there as
snowman
well.
Head.
We've got the
Jolly Saint Nick. If I go to Jolly Saint Nick, you'll see one of the images that we've already been using. Related inspiration. Where we go, it's in lots of different things. Bouquets in an arch, in a display here.
Talking about upselling and coordinating designs. There's so
3-foot bodies. But the Santa Party Friend, which again, you can download the full-size image if you're a QBN member, and the instruction sheet as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. This resource that's available for you. Yeah, and it's free, of course. It's free. The inspiration there is free. Anybody can go and look at the pictures.
Yeah.
But the QBN members, you can download that.
Yes.
Yeah, those professionally taken studio photos, and it's in a PNG, so it means it has no background. It's all taken out for you on there, and the instruction sheets.
And then we've got our one there. Let's see if I can throw that one on the top. So that's the
this is the reindeer, the red-nosed reindeer.
The same style range is what we've been doing there.
Yes.
And it's just, you've got options, and there's different height ones, and it doesn't mean necessarily that one's better than the other. It's just maybe the right one for the customer at that point.
Yes.
And quite often is we don't generally change the price much from a costing point of view for being taller or shorter. They're kind of all the same price, but if the customer needs it shorter, we can do that. We'll bring it down height, or we can make it taller if they want. It really doesn't affect the cost. That's a bit of a service we can do, and it's easy. And you've got that efficiency of design because they're all the same and all the same sizes.
Absolutely.
Fast,
so
efficient, and
very, very, very quick and easy to follow.
We love it.
That is all the time that we have. So we want to say, first of all, we want to say thank you to all of our crew and our Rockstars members. If you are a member, if you want to hang around, once we finish this stream, we're going to go live for 5 minutes for a little bit of bonus content
Rockstars.
For our members. Just to say thank you to you guys. But we really appreciate everybody that's on our YouTube, that is a subscriber. If you're not, if you're over on our Instagram, if you're watching on Instagram right now, or if you're watching on Facebook, please, if you have a couple of moments, pop yourself over to youtube.com/Q Corner Show, and
then you're guaranteed not to miss
subscribe
out. Subscribe and hit that bell.
Where is it? You've got to do this, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And like I say, if you are a member, stick around and watch our next stream, which is going to happen. It was supposed to start 5 minutes ago. It's going to start
historically
in about 5 minutes.
Sorry, guys.
And it's only going to be a very quick stream for a little bit of bonus content. We're going to say bye-bye for now. You guys stay really nice and safe. Enjoy. If you use any of these designs, take some photos, send us them, and tell us that you've sold them. That's the important thing.
Want to see your festive windows done with these guys.
Festive, absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Bye for now. Members, we'll see you in a minute. The rest of you guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you very much. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.